Yeah, hello. Wow. Thank you for coming. Sorry for a lot of English fuck-ups in the next 30 minutes. My German is much better. This is my name, my full name, Timotheus Ebikus Wagner, in short, Tim. Both of my names sound very Greek. They come from a poem. It's written by a German poet, Friedrich Schiller. The story tells about Ebikus, who is also a poet, and Timotheus, who was his murderer. Yeah, my parents were young, intellectual hippies, and they were fans also from Schiller. I'm 45 years old and were born in the south of Germany. And yeah, in the age of 16, I tried to be a graffiti artist. Have a look. This is the most embarrassing picture for me. Oh, thank you. Better, 1990, I joined Jung I started there as an art director, and yeah, stayed there because the working conditions and the culture of the agency fits perfect for me, for my idea of working. I will tell you a little more about that. So 2003, 2008, and 2030, I had my 3 best ideas. Look, wow. Yeah, my sweeties. So first I'd like to tell you a little bit about Jung It is founded in 1991 in Hamburg, and yeah, independent, and yeah, proud of it, really proud. We have also a credo. These are 7 sentences. This is, I will read it. We love ideas, it's clear. We believe in the power of communications. Yeah, we fight for quality. We are more critical of ourselves than of others. That's a really big, important point. We communicate at eye level to our customers, to our in our agency, from chief to client to the account guys. It's really on eye level, and we act and consult independently. And the last point is, for me, the most important. We remain dissatisfied. Especially, it's a little bit, how should I tell it? It's a self-destroying attitude of work. Sometimes people ask us, why are you so good? In Germany, we were #1 in the last 15 years. Well, I think it's just because we push harder. We got the same talents as the other agencies, maybe slightly better. And of course, our clients approach us differently than a non-creative agency, yeah. But I think what separates talents from talents and good ideas from great ideas is effort. These are the locations of Jung now. We are employees raised up, I think, to 1,000 people. Also in Beijing and China. In my agency in Hamburg, this is a mother agency, Jung Alster, we are around 120 people. So Hamburg is the breeding ground where it all began. This is a picture of the area. We are located in a really wild quarter nearby a slaughterhouse. Politically seen extremely left. In other words, we are an enemy of the people living there, which keeps us grounded. Here are some pictures outside the building and the interior. This is really cut down to a minimum and reflects the credo. Let the work do the talking. Here's the clients. Most of them are German, but we worked also internationally for Mercedes, IWC watches, Nikon cameras. So these are only 3 words, but these are, for me, the 3 most important facts about working. These 3 points define the relationship between us and a client. And for us, it's minimum 2 of them have to be okay. Yeah, a client should bring fun and awards, or fun and money, or the best is all 3. But yeah, but if it's only 1, we have to talk to the client. And in Germany, I'm not proud of it, but we were a little bit well known for kicking out clients. But independent agencies, it's really, also, if a client is a real pain, it's like a virus, and it influences the whole group, the whole employees, and it feels like yeah, everyone is influenced by a negative way. And you know, all of you worked so much time in agencies and spent so much of your of your heart, and yeah, then 2 of them should fit. Yeah, here, 2010, we were Independent Agency of the Year, which made us also very proud. Oh, thank you. But today, I want to talk about what the most important is in our job. Creativity needs creativity to survive. First, what I want to say is, coming up with ideas is very easy. You all know that, because otherwise you wouldn't be here. But the hard part is to protect them. And today I want to talk about protecting ideas, believing in them, and never get up or get frustrated during the process when you bring it in the end to life. Because having ideas is pretty easy compared to bringing them home safely and in one piece. This is really, for me, this is the most difficult part of our job. Therefore, it doesn't matter if you're working on a billboard or on a graphic design or on the last hottest technology shit. Good work will always be hard to execute in any channel for any client. Here, great ideas are always new. A lot of people don't like new. You know all that. Because new means more time, means more work, means the extra mile. Not at home, at dinner. Yeah, come up with a different approach. So I don't want to theorize about my job. I want to show you some examples of my work in the last couple of years and have a look behind the curtains of Jung von Matt. It's a story about enemies who look around every corner and want to kill your idea. So I will start with the first work. This is the Hamburg Philharmonics came to us with a problem. Less and less people want to see classical music. The briefing was to do something in their usual needs, posters, etc. We could do whatever we want. The demand was fill the concert hall. The budget was 25,000 euro. That's not big, but for a cultural institute, it's big. Well, in the agency, the first meeting when we thought come together with ideas, the art directors, was full. The meeting was full with ideas to visualize music. That was done 5 million times before. But the second time, there was an art director. I hope he's here. He put this sheet on the table. The idea was very easy. Don't bring the people to the concert. Bring the concert to the people. The idea was 100 musicians placed in 15 locations throughout the city. Every musician would see the conducting on screen and would be filmed with a camera. In front of the city hall, the single streams of the musicians come together on a big screen and people see the whole orchestra playing. This is an event. So to take you on the journey, I made a timeline. So here's the process. First, this is the idea. And exactly with the idea, the first stop came from the briefing. Not possible. The client wants to have a poster campaign and not an event. Okay, the account guy said, that's not on brief. Yeah. Please, can you do an alternative? What? I say, no, fuck you. That's very important. If you have a cool idea, and go only with this one masterpiece to the client. Don't bring a second or a third. The client will always buy the second or third. I promise. So the second not possible was, we all knew that, it won't be possible within the given budget. So we contacted an event colleague in our agency. He asked him, is this idea possible? We said to 25,000 euro, and his reaction, okay. So we had to create a system for money. The plan was to go on hunt for sponsors who can also be part of the event. The idea was very simple. Offices, banks, and whatever could be the locations where the musicians play. We needed the money to make a small teaser campaign. So, okay, that was the plan. So, and we presented the whole concept to the Philharmonics, and they like it. And the idea took its way. Then the financial crisis hit Germany. All of a sudden, we got only shrinks instead of here money. Let's face it, that was the end of it all. So we went all in and published a press release with the idea. So because we talked with some newspapers and they really liked the story, and we found with this press release a company that already organized the opening ceremony for the Olympics in Peking. And they would help the city of Hamburg. So after a very impressive meeting, they sent us the costs, estimate the day after, they would be happy to do it for 25,000 euro. So from the technical point of view, we thought, okay, let's do it rock and roll with MacBooks from the agency, 50 MacBooks with camera and little antennas. And so for the other stuff, let's start walking from door to door and back for help. Soon we found a young director who was supported from his production company, a photographer, did some posters, and a friend of us did a website for free. Only condition, he can do whatever he wants, and we, no corrections. Deal. Good. So, the next thing. Also cool, a local TV station wants to air it, Hamburg 1, perfect. Some weeks later, they joined us and made clear the laptop idea will not work. Burp. They can't send digital signals that can be captured. And the conductor of the orchestra, Mrs. Simone Young, she wanted to do a rehearsal to check if her musicians are capable to do the stunt. Good, at that point it was clear we definitely need help. So we called again our colleague from the agency, from the event agency, to help us out. And yeah, the good thing was a production company owed him a favor. So they joined in and helped us sorting out the most important technical issues. So the test worked fine, so we made a small rehearsal. Everyone was happy. So meanwhile, it was 2 days to the event. Almost every newspaper had our story on the front page. But then the boss of the local TV station withdrew. Yeah, he had the feeling that his role in the event was not big enough in the press. And that was all my and all our fault. Yeah. Okay, so we called him and promised him the moon and excused us. Sometimes our job can be very dirty, but it helps. It helps. Go for it, push it, and then come the big day.
My first impression was, this is crazy, it will never work. I found it was had much more impact than putting posters all over the city. We were putting musicians all over the city. A sense of real communication with my musicians, even though we were spread over a huge geographic area. You can't just wait and expect them to come to us, so it was time for us to go out into the city and meet the people of the city, meet our audience. There were 10,000 people. They were out and about on the streets, following the maps that were provided to hear and meet our musicians. I conducted from the top of the tower of the famous St. Michael's Church, the highest point in Hamburg. Hundreds of thousands of hits on the website, so it really made an impact. We're still excited about it.
Musiker
spielten an 50 Plätzen
ein Konzert.
Vom Hamburger Michel aus dirigierte Simone Young 100 Hamburger Philharmoniker.
You can't imagine how cold it was up there. It was just freezing, and I have a fear of heights, so it was everything all at once, but it was an extraordinary experience.
Yeah, thank you. Here, back to my timeline. This is a result of the not possibilities. The one show pencil to gold lines to gold Clios for New York festivals, and these are only the gold ones. Come to the next story. We had an idea for Mercedes-Benz for the F-cell technology. Zero emissions means it's invisible for the environment. To get attention for this technology, let's build a car that uses a camera and LED lights to make it invisible. The principle was very clear and very easy. A camera projects on LED what it sees. So, back again, the idea. So, first, we looked for the technical implementation. The camera construction was possible, also the projection on the LED screens, but what was not possible was to find LED screens which were bendable to put it on the car. But you know that, not possible technically. Yeah, so in this point, it's easy. You need time. That's an intern started. Who knows someone who knows that has a company or knows someone who can do it? After around 2 months, we found some guys with bendable prototypes. Cool. Then the next, but the marketing department, decided to stop all F-cell marketing activities because they want to push more electromobility. I said, oh my God. At this point, it doesn't make sense to present this idea to the client. So what to do? We thought, okay, the idea is brilliant. And I can tell you it's good to work in an independent agency. Why? We convinced our financial guys at Jung, the financial boss, to sponsor this idea. Perfect, They loved it so much that they sponsor, and we plan to build the car. After all investigations, the whole cost should be around 50,000 euro. You know what's coming. Not possible, but not possible with money only from the agency. And furthermore, technicians wouldn't do it for free. They give a shit on winning a line. So, so we thought, okay, was that everything? Yeah. Why not go to the Mercedes guys at this point? There was time between the first idea. So for us, it's like it's the same like when they're doing design prototypes. Build one car, show it to the people, and wait for some reaction. The good thing was the heads of the brand communications, they were very proud, and we told them this work will definitely win a line. Hey, don't do that. It's a risky business. I don't know, Damia, are you here? Yeah, please, this is our client, and also with Nuts is here. Please, an extra applause for him and to sponsor this idea. Because they decided to do it, and we finally built the car, and it was like Harry Potter, really. We had a small test in a garage, and we saw this with only a small line as a test, and you can look throughout the car. That was unbelievable. Good. Then I call them, it was done before, guys, joins the scene. You all know that. There was a case 5 years ago in Düsseldorf where the idea was to make a not moving homeless with a beamer. You can look through it. But we thought, okay, so what? Of course, the overall mechanic was old, but we do it in another way, in a new and a fresh way. I will tell you, don't distract yourself from these people. They are killers. And finally the big moment came. We went on the road and it's go again and again. It come to the motor show and I think most of you know that.
pulled off an interesting publicity stunt this week.
Ein Wagen wird aus Marketingzwecken quasi
A
unsichtbar.
vehicle that can't be seen.
So basically, the car has no environmental.
We're looking at an invisible car.
Wow, this video is fascinating.
They got this invisible car.
It's completely harmless to the environment.
Thank you. Yeah, what it was to believe in this idea? Yeah, we got the Grand Prix in Cannes for outdoor. Yeah, let's come to my my last case, Viva Ayapaneco for Vodafone. First, about the idea that we heard about a special story in Mexico. There was, there are just two people left who can speak an old Mexican language called Ayapaneco. On one hand, Emmanuel and Isidro. You see them, they are really old. And the problem is, they don't talk to each other since years. So, and they live 500 meters away in a small village. So, we thought, okay, let's bring them together with the power of our clients, with Vodafone. A mobile company is nothing without a spoken language. So the target was to bring Isidro and Manuel together, as well as building a website where you learn this Ayapaneco and build a real school for teaching Ayapaneco. Good. Again, here was the idea. We started to make a presentation at Vodafone, and suddenly we heard one of the two guys died. So, good. Yeah. The idea? Yeah. No, we had, at this point, we had luck. So we investigated, and we met two journalists who knew them in person, and they told us none of them died, and the information was wrong. Okay, good. Good. We presented the idea to Vodafone, and the marketing guys really loved it. But suddenly, there was a big problem. Vodafone doesn't exist in Mexico. Okay, but after a week of discussions, we found a solution. Because the marketing guys really loved it, and they also come with this solution, because Vodafone has an internal platform which is called First. The story behind this platform is Vodafone first connects people to empower them to do amazing things for the first time. And you think, does it fit? Not perfectly, but really, the marketing guys loved the idea so much that they thought, okay, come on, let's do it. So the budget was released, and we started with the project. First, we met the journalists again, and but they told us there's really no chance that bring Manuel and Isidro together. Both of them have its own way to speak Ayapaneco, and really, since years, they can't agree. There's no chance. So, but we decided to make a short trip with a Vodafone guy and check the situation out with our own ears and eyes. So, and we had we got a cool help from a linguistic expert, from Professor James Fox from the Stanford University, and we met with him, these two guys, and but in the end, as they heard about our idea to build a school, yeah, they were completely, and we need them to be the teachers. They were really impressed and say, come on, yeah. Okay, yeah, so after 2 months, we came back again to Mexico to build a school and make a big party in the village. But yeah, the morning after the arrival, we couldn't go out of the hotel. It's called a bloqueo. Brought down the whole village. Environmental activists would be on strike against oil productions. The problem was they wanted to blockade the whole village for 2 weeks. A disaster. We thought, oh, with bicycles or what to do. Good. Yeah, that's this. But the good thing was, after 2 days, we got help from above. It started raining heavily. And all the striking people went home and never come back. Yeah, good. And yeah, let's have a look.
Lo que pasa, los chilos no saben.
Pero como yo no tengo ya con quién hablar.
There's some people who think that when a language dies, the knowledge of that people about their natural surroundings dies with it. But you have to realize there's so many languages going, we can't really stop that. It's like trying to rescue a species from extinction.
Hemos tratado de hacer todo lo posible para volverlos a reunir y para poder trabajar juntos.
Prácticamente ellos pues, han vivido peleando por eso. No se le entiende, la verdad.
En vez de pelear, que se unan los dos y le enseñen a la gente su idioma.
Mucho gusto,
Acá
hermano.
estamos.
Ajá.
¿Qué tiempo?
Chilo, ¿cómo estás?
Para que participen con nosotros en las clases de la escuela Ayapaneco. Uno, dos, tres. ¡Felicidades! ¡Un aplauso!
The first time I ever heard them speak together in Ayapaneco was at the fiesta. I think it's nice that Manuel and Isidro are trying to teach the kids. Well, the children are the future for this language.
Yeah, this is brand new. I don't know if it works on festivals, but overall, this is for me. I really love this work. It's a real story, and yeah. Okay, that's about it. But let me tell you one last thing. It's only one small effort from here to there. Thank you.